Hi Thomas.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
You work with image recognition system, right?
About 5 years ago, when my colleague and I graduated from the university, we came to the idea of doing stuff with image recognition. What you basically do is try to identify shapes in the pixels. So a playing card has a certain shape, you know the size of it approximately, and you know it has 4 corners and it's white. And by using that knowledge to kind of detect the pixels and to group them together, you know what kind of an object you're looking for. And from then on, you know that in the corners you can find numbers and symbols, and you use some kind of handwriting recognition system to really identify if it's a 5 or a 6 or an ace or things like that.
Oh, so it's kind of simple, right? You just write some algorithms and you compare shapes.
That's on the lowest level. That's exactly what you do. Yeah, you compare it to something you already know, and you train the system to recognize those things.
It's correct to say that the products are kind of intelligent. So you have to have certain kind of artificial intelligence in order to do it.
Yeah. That's exactly what you often need. If you do it very simple, you can just compare a shape to another shape and say if all the pixels are the same, it must be the same. But in reality, you'll never have numbers that look exactly the same. So what you do is you train a system to say all these things together, this is what I think is a 5, for instance, and all these things together we think is a 6. And that's the artificial intelligence. You train it to be able to recognize things that look similar to it, but don't have to be exactly the same.
So the machine, the system is learning, is going to learn as time goes by.
You can do it as time goes by, so you can make a system even better while it's running, but usually you train it in advance with a lot of testing samples, so a lot of images you already collected before, and then you train it, and then you let it run afterwards when it has learned how to do it.
We've talked with a lot of companies that are using artificial intelligence, robots that can identify products. They're training to be doing that, and it's helping a lot. Helping a lot. But I didn't know it was possible to put artificial intelligence in order to recognize images.
It's actually the basis of all image recognition is artificial intelligence. That's also why we're seeing it lately more often, a lot more often, because the technology and the algorithms have gotten so much more advanced, and also the computing power we have is enough to actually be able to process it on real time, because that's mainly the challenge. How can you do it very well and very fast?
Okay, but basically you start with a purpose. Your company has a purpose right now, and as I can see, not just playing cards. It's not fun purpose, right?
Yeah, it's not only for fun. No, definitely not. I think it's with computer vision technology, we're able to as a purpose, we're able to make things much more simple, because it's especially also for people, because we also do a lot by vision. Actually, it's our main sensor, main way of perceiving the world around us. If we're able to do things like that also for computers, we can make things between people and computers a lot more easy. You can operate them more easily, but also you can really assist people in doing things in a better way. And I guess that's our purpose also, to enhance the possibilities that people already have with this computer vision technology, and also to give them the right information at the moment they need it, and they can get some assistance from a computer. Still, people also have a different specialties, so if we can combine that with image recognition technology, I think we can do great things.
What is the most difficult challenge you are facing?
I guess that would be the 80-20% rule, that if you want to, for instance, detect a playing card, you can write software for that or write a program for that maybe in a month, and then have it right 80% of the time.
Can you please explain me a little bit about this prototype?
Yeah, sure. So here we see the blackjack assistant. It automatically detects the cards and it keeps the score, so that helps people who want to learn how to play the game. And it tells you when you actually have blackjack.
Oh, blackjack.
It's meant also to assist people, so you can keep all kinds of statistics about the game and advise them how to play. Yeah, and it will project everything next to the cards. If you do it very simple, you can just compare a shape to another shape and say if all the pixels are the same, it must be the same. But in reality, you'll never have numbers that look exactly the same. So what you do is you train a system to say all these things together, this is what I think is a 5, for instance, and all these things together we think is a 6. And that's the artificial intelligence. You train it to be able to recognize things that look similar to it, but don't have to be exactly the same. And I can show you our very special fish on wheels. It's a driving fish aquarium. It's a system that allows a fish to steer wherever it wants to go on land, because a camera detects the position of the fish, and when it swims into a certain direction, the car moves into that direction.